Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Mauricio. You're speaking with Laís Guerra from Alcentra in London.
Hey, how are you?
Very good. Before we start, and I'll give you the full background on why I requested the call today, just for compliance reasons, I need to say a few words.
Please.
Okay? I'm an employee of Alcentra Limited. We're an investment firm, and we might buy, sell, or short stocks or investments based in part on the information that you provide. We do not want material non-public information or information that is subject to confidentiality obligation. Mauricio, are you okay to proceed on that basis?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, perfect. Well, obviously, as you're aware, KKR is acquiring Unilever spreads. My firm mainly invests in bonds and loans, and I cover the food sector. For my team, I looked in the past at a company called Saint-Gobain in France, which is also a spread. I don't know if you know those guys, but yeah, it's a competitor in France.
Okay.
And I'm very familiar in other sectors with the issues between the competition, private label and branded products, where the brands struggle to differentiate the products. So just as an example, you're probably aware that Unilever sold their olive oil business a few years ago
Yes, I know.
to a Spanish company. Yeah, and I happened to be involved in that Spanish company, and that went very wrong. They again, well, for different reasons. I think that is a more complex situation, but one of the problems there is clearly that you struggle to differentiate, and competition for private label, price pressure on the back of that, and so on and so forth. And ahead of Unilever launching their financing, the reason why I want to talk to you is just to get a bit more of the background. I'm particularly interested on the more negative things. So
what, excuse me?
on the negative and on the challenges and on the problems of the business. Because clearly, I suppose, well, my personal opinion, and is again similar with the olive oil situation. I mean, back in the days, the reason why Unilever sold olive oil was because clearly they realized they cannot differentiate and saw that as a problem in the long term. And I'm just afraid that they're being the smarter guys in the room again, and that they're, selling obviously the spread business at a pretty decent price to KKR. But so what I want to understand is what Unilever already done in terms of restructuring, and internally what they already tried, and what really the problems and the challenges which this business is facing, and what can potentially be done. If you might have a more optimistic view than me, because obviously I suppose in terms of costs, I also understand that Unilever is pretty an expensive company and so on. And then finally, one thing which, not sure how close you are to this, but from a distribution perspective, because I assume as of today, Unilever distributes a very broad range of things, so let's say to a specific supermarket, and this includes the spread. So going forward, or given where the plants are, is the current distribution for spreads separate from the other? I just try to understand from a logistic perspective and from a distribution perspective, the carve out, how complex that might be as well.
Yes, absolutely. You are aware that Unilever is selling the business, or sold the business, that's right? The spreads business.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. You are familiar with that situation. Okay. No, sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, no, very quickly, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I worked 29 years for Unilever in different countries.